host tonight. We're going to do a little bit of magic. Can I get an ooh? Yeah. But we want to welcome you to IEBA's Honors and Awards Ceremony. And judging from the murmur and the energy in the room, it seems like it has been a good conference. Yes? All right. So this evening is all about you and the IEBA members and the great work all of you do. I have in my hands the future of this evening. That is right. We have winners in here. We're going to reveal one at a time. But it's important that everybody understands you all play a key role in the entertainment industry. So we are going to get started with a big one. We're going to begin with our first Hall of Fame inductee tonight.
Bonnie Brosious has early memories of being pushed in a stroller at the Great Allentown Fair. Father Ed Charles was very involved in the fair, eventually becoming chairman of the board. Ed often asked young Bonnie's advice about booking acts. Bonnie graduated college with a degree in journalism and pursued a career in that field. She married her high school sweetheart, Carl Brosious, taking a brief time off after the birth of her first child. Bonnie was recruited by Allentown Fair President Martin Ritter to manage public relations for the annual exhibition. She met the legendary Hap Peebles, who became an important influence on Bonnie's career. Bonnie developed the fair's marketing department and took over the in-house ad agency. Encouraged by William Morris agent Dave Dowds, Bonnie started booking talent. In 1992, Bonnie booked James Taylor for her second show, her first of many sellouts. Entertainers she's booked in her 35 years include Britney Spears, Destiny's Child, Backstreet Boys, Bruno Mars, Alicia Keys, Tony Bennett, Rush, Justin Bieber, Def Leppard, Journey, comedians Jim Gaffigan and Jeff Dunham, Tim McGraw, Kitty Chesney, and Luke Bryan. Bonnie credits her husband Carl, the fair stage manager, for much of the success. Bonnie always said, "Everyone knows Carl will do a great job." Bonnie never forgot that fair marketing and entertainment is about shining a spotlight on farmers and drawing crowds to honor and learn from them. Bonnie is retiring at the end of the year to spend time with family and friends. In 35 years, Bonnie's made lasting friendships, as well as a lifetime of memories.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Bonnie Brosious. Bonnie, come on up here. Our first inductee. Congratulations, Bonnie. Congratulations. And we'd love it if you'd say a few words.
Well, after watching that video, I'm sure there's one burning question in all of your minds. Who's that blonde up there? My life, my career, my hairstyles, hair colors, what a wonderful tribute. Thank you, Tanya, for putting that together. I'm so glad you did, because you got to see a little glimpse into what's been so wonderful the past 35 years. But basically, you know all of you, it's been you. It's been you who I've gotten the opportunity to work with, all the agents, the managers, the artists. You've just been wonderful to me. Tonight, I have my family with here, and you got to see some photos of them. And that's so special too, because they were behind me. But you did see that glimpse. Did you see Carl and me? We looked like the original Winnie and Kevin Arnold from the Wonder Years, didn't we? And I can say, and this is unabashedly to get applause, we're going to be married 40 years on Sunday. And they're blowing white smoke in Rome for me, for that fee. I have to say one other name here that's very important to me, and that would be Terry Schwank, who joined me as my assistant in 1996. And she kept me from killing all you whenever you give me that 4-letter dirty word, pass. So thank Terry, she's been a wonderful balance to my career. Now I just have to say a few things to IEBA, because this is really important to me. I grew up in the 60s, my formative years. And I have to say, we had black and white television for the half of the decade, and people like Ed Sullivan and Dick Clark, a Hall of Famer here with IEBA, introduced us to artists. When I was 10 and a half years old, I was in the 10th row of the Great Allentown Fair, seeing none other than my idol, Diana Ross and the Supremes. I have to tell you, when these three goddesses came out on stage, there was no need for pyro, there was no need. They came out, their hair was up to here, their aqua eyeshadow was matching their aqua sequin dresses. These women were like this wide, their dresses were this wide, it was a miracle. My heart was beating out of my chest. Every night of the Allentown Fair that I was there for all 37 fairs, I was there when the house lights go down. I could never get over that feeling because I was seeing such major talent in my hometown, my fair. If you remember me for anything, please remember how I fought for not only my own fair dates, but all fair dates. Peebles taught me that. Bonnie, get me your press releases on your big stars. The world has to know the great acts that are coming to your fair. So I'm going to be there to continue to fight, and Terry's not going to pull me off your backs. Please keep continuing the great tradition of booking shows at fairs. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more big hand for Bonnie, please. And Bonnie, we're going to hand this off, if we may. Thank you, thank you. Don't protect it, because a lot of people don't realize this. Bonnie has stage presence, creates magic everywhere she goes. I would love to do a little magic with you, if that's all right. Would you like to see Bonnie do some magic? Yes, so Bonnie, I have here, come stand right next to me so we're in the camera shot. Check out that piece of paper, okay? In a moment, you're gonna unfold that, all right? And we're gonna show them some magic. But first, we have to get the IEBA crowd excited. So hands behind your back, okay? I will give, into this microphone, you're just gonna start, you're gonna shout, "Start the music," and the audience will give you thunderous rounds of applause. Say, "Start the music."
Start the music.
you for being a good sport.